Hi, welcome to the channel, and this video is all about General Skywalker. As you can guess, he's on the screen and he's pretty difficult to get. So what I'm looking at is what are the conditions that we need to fulfill to actually unlock him. So I'm going to transition to a different screen. This is the unlock requirements for General Skywalker to a degree. So we need one of two capital ships, either Mace Windu's Endurance or General Kenobi's Negotiator. Then we need 5 Galactic Republic ships, including Anakin's Starfighter. Now, I've put Ahsoka, Plo, Rex, and Clone Sergeant's ships down, but you could also bring Jedi Consular. You essentially just need a squad of Galactic Republic. Then, for the second phase of the event, we need C-3PO. Now, for myself, I haven't got C-3PO yet, so I'm including Ewoks in this list because it's the idea you need Ewoks to get 3PO. We need General Kenobi, so quite a bit of raiding to do there. If you're like me, you're still a little bit behind on getting into 7 stars. We need Shakti, so that's a 5A fleet node farm. We need Ahsoka Tano. I'm lucky I've got her at 7 stars, and I think she's about 15k power, so she wouldn't be too far off. And then we need Padme Amidala, and I've only got her at, well, I've got, I believe, a 3 or 4 star amount of shards, but obviously that's not enough to unlock her. So I'm going to have to work on the Separatists, and we also need, by chance, 5 Separatists for the final phase. These include Asajj Ventress, B1 Battle Droid, B2 Super Battle Droid, Magna Guard, and Droideka. So we've got a mix of farming locations there. We've got Asajj in the Squad Arena store. We've got B1 Battle Droid in Fleet. I believe he's 5B, but I might be mistaken. We've got B2 Super Battle Droid, which is the Guild store and Cantina. We've got Magna Droid, who I believe is about the same, and Droideka, I believe, is Light Side 8B. So quite a few different nodes there, quite a few different farming locations. But the question is, how long will it take me to get all of this unlocked? Now, I'm excluding ships for a moment, right? Because for me, ships are something that you can do passively. You can unlock someone in ships without having to actually farm them up and use them. So for right now, I'm focusing on the characters. And the way I see it, I've actually got a few in good positions. I mean, for instance, the Ewoks. I haven't got Chief Chirper, but I've got Paplu, Logray, Ewok Elder, and Wicket unlocked. Now, Wicket's the worst. He's 2 star, and I think I'm 2 out of 25 shards, so he's got a long way to go. In fact, he's the one that would probably be last as far as unlocking everything. I think the estimated farm time for him, according to SWGOH Tools, is 162 days, so quite a long way. Compare that to Shakti or to B1's Battle Droid, I think they're about 140 to 150 days. And when you consider that you've got to do each node, it's a long farm for both of them. Chief Chirper, he'll be unlocked, he's Cantina, so that's about 50 shards for an unlock, and then obviously you just carry on until you're about 100 shards at 7. So with Wicket being the worst one, it takes so long to farm on the hard node. You can work on the other 4, get them unlocked, get them starred up, get them geared up, and you can do the same with Wicket with gear whilst you're getting the stars on him. So it does work out quite well as far as getting 3PO. In all that time, you should be able to get General Kenobi to 7 stars. Shakti, I would imagine you could get to 7 stars in that time. Ahsoka is an easy farm. I've already got her on Crimson, which is a 6-month-old account. On my JT account, which is oddly much older, but I didn't start playing it until November in 2018. I've only got her at 6 stars on there, so it does show that you need to focus a bit, but you know, she's an easy enough unlock and an easy enough to get the shards for. And then Padme. The way I'd look at it is, it does suggest 5 Separatists for Phase 4. I don't suggest it tells you 5 Separatists, but the way I'd look at it is, there are so many options for it. I mean, I've currently got running Geos in Fleet, so I've got my 3 Geos at Gear 8, 9, and I've got all but Soldier at 7 stars. So I'm actually going to focus, once I finish my JKR farm, I'm going to put a bit of focus into getting Brood Alpha unlocked, so that if he's at 4 star, I can put Zeta on him. And then I've got a Geo team, and with that, even though I would have to continue starring up the Brood Alpha to work with Padme, at least then I'd know I could get Padme without having to use that particular Separatist team. However, 4 out of them 5 Separatists are good for a General Grievous team, so again, even though these characters are a bit of an awkward farm, it is still worth getting them. Asajj is probably the oddest one because she's a Night Sister really, and until they tweak a kit to include more Separatist synergy, it's such a side farm, but it's not necessarily bad because she's a great character in the Night Sisters as it is. So, I am curious what other people think about this. This was mainly just an interesting video in the sense that I found this character release very interesting. I mean, if we go back to the actual footage of General Skywalker's kit, I think this is actually going to be a character that will define the future of the game in a way, in the sense that we've got interesting mechanics as far as the basic as a Zeta, which is unheard of, obviously. But then, adding to that, we've got Sundering Strike and Force Grip, which essentially have synergy with one another. So if you use one, it'll reduce the cooldown of the other, or reset the cooldown. And then you've got abilities that can prevent revives. You've got cover and advance in his leadership. It's just such a unique kit, and I can't help but think, I think General Skywalker is going to push the game in a different direction. I know people will say, oh yeah, it's pay to play and all that lot, but what I'm thinking more along the lines of is, once the relics have given you abilities, as we've seen with Darth Traya, I mean, if I actually go to Traya on here, let's go down, you should have seen this in Arnold's video, but if I go to Traya, we've got a placeholder ability. So my imagination is leading me to believe that that placeholder ability is going to be something that is a soft counter to Anakin. So if that's the case, then I imagine other characters will get similar placeholder abilities and then filled, obviously, and they will be something that maybe gradually gets less soft and more of a hard counter to Anakin. And then new characters, new metas come out, and again, these new relic abilities will be there to offer soft or eventually hard counters. So, whilst I understand people thinking that General Anakin Skywalker is scary, it's a hard farm, I actually think it's a worthwhile farm. I mean, I'm going to try and finish my JKR farm. I think it's got to be the priority, in the sense that JKR is a really hard farm. I mean, if you look at this account here, this is my JT account, which is from a 2017 shard, I believe. And if I just go to my Old Republic, you'll see how long a farm that is. I mean, we've got 2 at 7 stars, and then the rest are really lagging behind. So my Crimson shard Crimson account is actually much more ahead of this. I've got about 50 odd days of farming for Zalbar, another 20 odd for Mission, and then I've just got can farm up T3. So I'm not miles away with JKR on Crimson, whereas here I might as well just be waiting for a while, because even if I manage to get lucky star drops from somewhere, I just wouldn't have the gear ready. So like I say, you really do have to focus. This is the trick with all of this, that General Anakin Skywalker, yes, he's a hard farm, I repeat that, but all of these characters, whilst you unlock them, you gear them, they are actually useful characters. I mean, the Ewoks, they do need a lot of gear, there's no denying that. Chirper makes the whole team tick, as does Logray, but once you get them unlocked and you get them geared enough, they're actually quite a good team just to slap in Grand Arena on defense. So, by all means, I believe it's worth farming them. And as for the Separatist droids, they're definitely worth farming. So, yeah, I'm curious what people think. I started saying that and then I decided to just ramble a bit more, but yeah, I'm looking forward to going into this. I mean, it won't be straight away, like I say, I've got to finish my JKR. I want to just get Brood Alpha unlocked on both of my accounts just so I can actually use a Geo team. But after that, I will be focusing on Gas, General Anakin Skywalker. So I'm curious what everyone else is doing. I mean, Darth Revan for me is just disappearing into the twilight as far as focusing on him. I mean, I was looking at him a little bit with getting Karth, Juani unlocked, but I'm beginning to wonder if I should put them as like a 4th or 5th priority now. So let me know what you think in the comments. Equally, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel for more Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes videos. I am doing a Grand Arena stream in a day or so's time when the attack phase opens, so keep an eye out for that. Other than that, this has been Josh from JJ's Productions. Bye for now, folks.